Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Saraswati Gaur Bhakta Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Saraswati Gaur Bhakta Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Saraswati Gaur Bhakta Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, dear devotee. So today is Wednesday. It is 30th of July. It is Shridhara Masa, Shravana Masa, Tukla Paksham, Sasti Tithi. There are no Vaishnava events today in the calendar. So we shall move on to the Srimad Bhagavatam. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Hare Krishna. In the Srimad Bhagavatam, so the conversations between Maitreya Rishi and Vidura. So Vidura, in order to inquire from Maitreya Rishi, so he is preparing the heart of Maitreya Rishi so that he would receive the proper transcendental knowledge. So here, appreciating the Maitreya Rishi in such a way that the devotees of the Lord, they wander around the world to spread Krishna consciousness so that conditioned souls come to the lotus feet of Krishna and be delivered from the material entanglement. So likewise, Janasya Krishna Vimukasya Daivat Adharma Selasya Sudikkitasya Anugraheha Charanti Nonam Bhutani Bhavyani Dhanadhanasya. So Vidura is praying to Maitreya Rishi. And also in that one, he is further inquiring about the transcendental knowledge, saying that, O Sadhurya, O Maitreya Rishi, so can you please impart the knowledge which is meant for the devotees who have been engaged in the devotional service and by which the Lord who is in the heart of all the living entities will be pleased, and also which is that transcendental knowledge, it is already existing in our Vedic scriptures, Puranas and Shrutis, like that. So can you please describe that transcendental knowledge unto me? Likewise, Vidura is inquiring. Here we are in the Srimad Bhagavatam, third canto, chapter 5, verse number 4. तत्साधुवर्यादिशवत्मसिंहः सम्रादितो भगवान् येन पुंसम् हृदि स्थितो यच्चति भक्तिपूते ज्ञानं सतत्वादिगमं पुराणम् तत्साधुवर्यादिशवत्मशम्नः तत्साधुवर्या. Therefore, O Sadhuvarya, O great one among the saints, O Maitreya Rishi, Sadhuvarya, Adisha Vatmashamnaha, Adisha. Adisha is the please instruct. Vatma, the path, Shamnaha, so which is auspicious path for us. Adisha Vatmashamnaha, so please instruct the auspicious path for us. Samradito Bhagavan Yena Pumsam, and the Yena Pumsam, the people who have engaged themselves in the devotional service to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Samradito Bhagavan Yena Pumsam. Sambradita is being perfectly served, Bhagavan, the personality of Godhead, Yena Pumsam, by which of the living entities who are engaged in the devotional service of the Lord. Sambradita Bhagavan Yena Pumsam. Hridistito Yachati Bhakti Pute. Hridistitaha is the residing in the heart, Yachati, and it awards Bhakti Pute unto the unalloyed devotee. So what is this is Adisha Vatmashamnaha. So this is the auspicious path that Vidura is inquiring. So once we get that knowledge, Hridistitaha, so it awards the auspicious path and also Hridistita Yachati Bhakti Pute Jnanam Sa Tattva Adigamam Puranam. Jnanam, that transcendental knowledge, that which Tattva truth, Adhigamam, by which one learns Puranam authorized, or the world. The world histories are called Puranas. Okay, so likewise, Vidra is inquiring that knowledge which is meant for the devotees who are engaged in the devotional service, and by which one's heart will be completely pleased. So likewise, he is asking Maitreya Rishi. तत्सर्वा तत्साधुवर्यादिशवत्मशं नः सम्भ्राजतो भगवान् येन पुंसां सुधिस्थितो यच्चिति भक्तिपूते ज्ञानं सतत्वादिगमं पुराणम्. Translation for this shloka. Therefore, O great sage, please give me instruction on the transcendental devotional service of the Lord, so that he, who is situated in the heart of everyone, can be pleased to impart from within knowledge of the absolute truth in terms of the ancient Vedic principles delivered only to those who are purified by the process of devotional service. Purport by Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Can I request Usha Mataji to read this purport, please?
Yes, Prabhu, Krishna. Purport by Srila Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. As already explained in the first canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, the absolute truth is realized in the three different phases. Although they are one and the same in terms of the knower's capacity to understand, the most capable transcendentalist is the pure devotee of the Lord, who is without any tinge of pretensions or philosophical speculations. By devotional service only does one's heart become completely purified from all material coverings like karma, jnana, and yoga. Only in such a purified stage does the Lord, who is seated in everyone's heart with the individual soul, give instruction so that the devotee can reach the ultimate destination of destination of going back home, back to Godhead. This is confirmed in Bhagavad Gita 10:10. Tesam satata yuktanam bhajatam. Only when the Lord is satisfied with the devotional service of the devotee does he impart knowledge as he did for Arjuna and Uddhava. The Gyanis, Yogis, and Karmis cannot expect this direct cooperation of the Lord. They are not able to satisfy the Lord by transcendental loving service, nor do they believe in such service to the Lord. The bhakti process as performed under the regulative principles of a Vedic bhakti or devotional service, following the prescribed rules and regulations, is defined by the revealed scriptures and confirmed by great acharyas. This practice can help the neophyte devotee to rise to the stage of raga bhakti, in which the Lord respond from within as the Chaitya Guru, or the spiritual master as super consciousness. All transcendentalists other than devotee make no distinctions between the individual soul and the super soul, because they miscalculate the super consciousness and the individual consciousness to be one and the same. Such miscalculation by the non-devotees makes them unfit to receive any direction from within, and therefore they are bereft of the direct cooperation of the Lord. After many births, when such a non-dualist comes to sense that the Lord is worshipable and that the devotee is simultaneously one with different from the Lord, then only can be surrendered unto the Lord Vasudeva. Pure devotional service begins from that point. The process of understanding the absolute truth adopted by the misguided non-dualist is very difficult, whereas the devotee's way of understanding the absolute truth comes directly from the Lord, who is pleased by devotional service. On behalf of many neophyte devotees, Vidura, at the very first instance, inquired from Maitreya about the path of devotional service by which the Lord who is seated within the heart can be pleased. Hare Krishna, Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai.
Thank you, Mataji. So this purport, so Vidura is inquiring from Maitreya Rishis, the knowledge which is meant for the devotees by which the Lord who is in the heart of all the living entities can be pleased, and which is also mentioned in the Vedic scriptures. Okay, so that for the term Prabhupada is mentioning the supreme absolute truth is realized in the three different phases. That's Brahmeti, Vadinta tat vidisattvam yajnanamadvayam Brahmeti, Paramatmeti, Bhagavaniti Sabjate. So Brahmeti is the first level of realization, Brahman. And then second level is the Paramatma, third level is the Bhagavan. Although they are one and the same, these are all transcendental, all one and the same. But in terms of the knower's capacity to understand, the most capable transcendental is the pure devotee of the Lord, who is without any tinge of the fruitive actions. So here in this Brahmeti Paramatma, first level is Brahma, second level is Paramatma realization, third level is the Bhagavan realization. Bhagavan realization is the topmost. That Krishna mentions. Even Brahma Jyoti is depicted. Brahmanohi pratistaham amrutasya avyayasya cha shashvatasya cha dharmasya sukasya aikantikasya cha. So, which is the Brahman, which is always is eternal, shashvatasya dharmasya sukasya aikantikasya cha. Even for that, Brahmanohi pratistaham. That one is also depending on me. For that, I am the basis. Okay, so that starts from there. So realization of the supreme absolute truth from the Brahmeti. And here, that is according to the knower's capacity. Some people, we may be seeing that some people who are reciting or trying to quote from Bhagavad Gita, reciting Bhagavad Gita, Om Shri Krishna Paramatmane Namaha, something like that, they would also mention. But we are taking Krishna as supreme personality of Godhead. Paramatma is the Purusha Ashyamsha Vibhavaha. Atmantaryami Purusha iti Ashyamsha Vibhava, Amshamsha Vibhavaha. Paramatma is the Amsha of the supreme personality of Godhead, Krishna. Of course, but everything is transcendental, starting from the Brahma. So this is according in terms of the knower's capacity to understand. So the most capable transcendentalist is the pure devotee of the Lord, who is without any tinge of fruitive actions or philosophical speculation. So this is Brahma Bhutaha Prasannatma na sochiti na kankshati samah sarveshu bhuteshu mad bhaktim labate param. So there are whoever is come to the state Brahma Bhutaha Prasannatma na sochiti na kankshati. He does not desire anything. He does not lament for anything, and he is equal to the samah sarveshu bhuteshu, equal to all the living entities. He is called a transcendentalist. And then for such kind of people are eligible to receive the mad bhaktim labate param. They will get the devotional service of the Lord. By devotional service only does one's heart become completely purified from all material coverings like the karma, dhyana, yoga. So this is jnana karmadi anavrutam. So this is Anyavilashita Sunyam Jnana Karmadi Anavritam Anukulyena Krishnanuselanam Bhaktiruttama. So that is the pure devotional service. By devotional service only does one's heart become completely purified from all material coverings like karma, jnana, and yoga. Otherwise, they have to act according to their karma or according to their jnana, according to the yoga, whatever they have acquired. But if you are completely acting on what the Lord wanted, then it will go, it will align with the desire of the Lord. Then it is perfect. Only in such a purified stage does the Lord, who is seated in everyone's heart with the individual soul, give instructions so that the devotee can reach the ultimate destination of going back home, back to Godhead. So this is Tesham Satariktanam Bhajitam Priti Purvakam. Priti Purvakam, only for the pleasure of the Lord. Bhajitam Priti Purvakam. To give pleasure to the Lord, we always engage ourselves in the chanting and glorifying kirtans. Kirtaniyaha sada harihi. Then dadami buddhi yogam tam ye namam upayantite. The Lord gives buddhi yogam. And because of that, ye namam upayantite. And one can go back to the Lord by using that knowledge, whatever the Lord has given. Dadami buddhi yogam tam ye namam upayantite. How to go back to Godhead? So he will give that instructions in the heart directly by the Lord. Only when the Lord is satisfied with the devotional service of the Lord does he impart knowledge as he did for Arjuna and Uddhava. So when Krishna was giving this knowledge to Uddhava and Maitreya Rishi, so he was directly speaking to Uddhava and saying that, oh Uddhava, so you have been praying praying for my association. Even it is very difficult, but I have given it to you. And now this is your last life. So later on, you will go back to the Godhead. While Maitreyi was hearing, Krishna is speaking to Uddhava. So Maitreyi very attentively hearing. So that means we understand how much Krishna gives attention to the devotee. So that's why here, um, the Lord is satisfied with the devotional service of the devotees. Does does he impart knowledge as he did for Arjuna and Uddhava? And jnanis, yogis, and karmis cannot expect this direct cooperation of the Lord. So they are not able to satisfy the Lord by transcendental loving service. So service, loving, transcendental loving service to the Lord, this is the ultimate thing to be engaged. Our time, pranaihi addehi diyavacha shreya acharanam sada. This must be in place. Otherwise, I have got the knowledge, but what should I do with that knowledge? You can't do anything unless you are utilizing it in the service of the Lord. I have got so many activities, expert in creating different kinds of buildings, arts and technology, so many things. But what is the use of it if it is not relating to Krishna? But when they are engaged in devotional service, we are not against the technology, we are not against the knowledge, we are not against the siddhis and anything else, as long as if they are engaged in the service of the Lord, devotional service of the Lord. This is Jnanam Paramaguhyam me yad Vijnan Samanvitam Sarahasam Tadangam cha Tadangam cha Gruhana Gaditamaya. Angam cha means this is supplementary knowledge and all kinds of anything, whatever is happening, everything is only meant for to serve the Lord. It is not to disconnect from the Lord, and we utilize this for our personal sense gratification. And in due course of time, we will be just suffering. Whatever we think it is giving pleasure, the same thing is going to give the pain in due course of time. So, and here, nor do they believe in such service to the Lord. Because of that, all the jnana, knowledge, or siddhis, whatever they acquire, it is no use for them. So the bhakti process as performed under the regulative principles of Vaid Bhakti or devotional service, following the prescribed rules and regulations, is defined by the revealed scriptures and confirmed by the acharyas. So this is the Vaid Bhakti because we have not got that natural attachment to the Lord because of this material entanglement. So that's why this Vidhi Bhakti, it is already mentioned in scripture. We need to take that process by approaching the bona fide spiritual master and follow the rules and regulations, keep ourselves regulated in controlling the sense gratification and gradually elevate ourselves onto the Raganuga Bhakti. We follow the great acharyas. So great acharyas, they have already done this one. Yajjalatariti sreshtah tat devetaro naraha. Sayat pramanam kurite lokaha tad anuvartate. Lokaha tad anuvartate. Everyone would follow the examples of the great acharyas. And they follow just because it is spoken by the Lord and it is for the um, elevation oneself onto the perfect, onto the transcendental platform. There is no sense gratification in that endeavor. So this practice can help the neophyte devotee to rise to the stage of Raga Bhakti. Raga Bhakti is when we are automatically, even though every day automatically we wake up and then do all our activities. Naturally, it will flow through the day. That is called Raga Bhakti. We do not worry about this material world, whether friends or family, they are thinking like this, and they are even the criticizing or insulting and appreciating. We never bother about it. We just carry on with our devotional service. That is called Raga Bhakti, attachment to the Lord and service to the Lord. Raga Bhakti. If you are just considering, oh, this people is saying, trying to criticize me, oh, this people is appreciating me, this person is insulting me. If you take that one, that means we are Bahiranga. Bahiranga means we are giving attention to the society. Then we cannot progress in the Raga Bhakti. One must be rejecting all the such kind of appreciations and also as well as the insults or criticism, anything when we are engaged in the devotional service to Krishna. Then it will go and absorb oneself into raga, bhakti, bhava, prema, those will sprout in the heart. In that state, the Lord responds from within as the Chaitya Guru or the spiritual master as super consciousness. Okay, so and all the transcendentalists, other than the devotees, make no distinction between the individual soul and the super soul because they miscalculate the super consciousness and the individual consciousness to be one and the same. So this is it is mentioned in the Lord Shiva was speaking to Mother Parvati about mm, the Jiva and also Paramatma. He was mentioning that Jiva and also the Paramatma is the only one. Likewise, he has spread that consciousness. But that is not the right. So that one, it is mentioned like, mm, so Paratma Jivayor Aikyam Maya Atra Pratipadyate. Paratma Jivayor Aikyam Maya Atra Pratipadyate. O Parvati, I have described in the Mayavada philosophy that the super soul, Paratma, Jiva Yoho, and the Jiva, the individual living entity, or Aikyam, they are of the same and equal. Maya Atra Pratipadyate. I have explained this knowledge in such a way in this material world, in the Kalu Brahmana Rupina, and disguising myself as a Brahmana, I have spread this Mayavada philosophy. The Lord Shiva says to Mother Parvati, Mayavadam Asatshastram Prachannam Bodhamuchyate Mayeva Kalpitam Devi Kalu Brahmana Rupina Brahmanasya Aparam Rupam Nirgunam Vakshate Maya Sarvasyam Jagatopyasya Mohanardham Kalu Yuge Vedante tu Mahashastre Mayavadam Avaidikam Mayeva Vakshate Devi Jagatam Nasha Karanat. Lord Shiva is saying, Jagatam Nasha Karanat. Maiva Bhakshate Devi. I only spoke this knowledge, Mayavadi philosophy, for the Jagatam Nasha Karana and for Mohanardham Kalau Yuge to bewilder the people of this material, this age of Kali Yuga people. Mohanardham Kalau Yuge. But Vedanta to Mahashastre Mayavadam Avaidikam. But that Mayavada philosophy is Avaidikam. It is not accepted by the Vedic injunctions. Mayavada philosophy. So that is Paratma Jivayor Aikyam Maya Atra Pratipadyate. I have spread this one. Individual soul and super soul. So they make no distinction between the individual soul and super soul. So they miscalculate the super consciousness and the individual consciousness to be one and the same. This is called Mayavada philosophy. Such miscalculation by the non-devotees makes them unfit to receive any direction from within, and therefore they are bereft of the direct cooperation of the Lord. So they do not receive direct instructions from the Lord. If they are receiving, if they say that I am acting according to the desire of the Lord, they must be following like Manmana bhava mad bhakta mad jhaji mam namaskuru mam ye vaishishitayam atman mat parayanaha. So that is, they must be accepting Krishna as Supreme Personality of Godhead. If they have got tinge of devotional service in their life. Otherwise, they do not receive any instructions from the Lord Krishna. Yeah, after many, many births, when such a non-dualist comes to the sense that the Lord is worshipable and that the devotee is simultaneously one with and different from the Lord, then only one can be surrendered on to the Lord. This is the Dvaita. A devotee understands that he is the tiny particle and Krishna is supreme. Then only there is when there are two entities, living entities, then only love can be exchanged between those two living entities. And the other side is the supreme, then he must be a servant. And then that is whatever the service happening, that is transcendental loving service to the Supreme Lord. Bhakti, that is through bhakti only. That happens only in the devotee's life, not anywhere else. If I think that I'm me and super soul are the same, Krishna is the same, then what happens? There is no instructions. But that's why in the Bhagavad Gita, Arjuna has surrendered himself. Shishyasteham. And then he surrendered himself to Krishna that I am your disciple, O Krishna, Karpanya doshopahata subhavaha. Due to the Karpanya dosha, so now I do not know what is right, what is not right. So Shishyasteham, I became your servant, a disciple now. So please impart this transcendent knowledge unto me. So that is called surrender to the Lord, Vasudeva. And pure devotional service begins from that point. So the process of understanding absolute truth adopted by misguided non-dualist is very difficult, whereas the devotee's way of understanding the absolute truth comes directly from the Lord, who is pleased by the devotional service. Who is pleased by the devotional. Bhakcha mam abhijanati yavanashashmi tatpataha. Krishna, many places he mentions, I am pleased with my devotees, and only devotees only can understand me like that. Okay, so likewise, bahunam janmanam ante jnanavan mam prapadyate vasudeva sarvamiti samahatma sudurlabha. Who understands that Krishna is the only Vasudeva after so many births and lifetimes, and come to that conclusion, such kind of people are very rare. So they are called Mahatmas. Samahatma Sudurlabha. So here, from coming to Vidura, on behalf of many neophyte devotees, Vidura at the very first instance inquired from Maitreya about the path of devotional service by which the Lord who is seated within the heart can be pleased. Okay, likewise, Vidura is inquiring from the Maitreya Rishi. Okay, so that is from the Srimad Bhagavatam. So Tatsadu Vajyadishavatpasham Naha Sambradhito Bhagavan Yena Pumsam Tridisito Yachati Bhakti Pote Jnanam Satatva Adigamam Puranam Jnanam Satatva Adigamam Puranam. Likewise, with raising querying. Okay, that is from Srimad Bhagavatam. Srimad Bhagavatam Ki Jai. We shall move to Srila Prabhupada's daily letter. Okay, so today letter to Sagar Maharaja, October 21st, 1970, Amritsar. Okay, so can I request Hangma Mataji to read this letter, please?
Hare Krishna. My dear Sagar Maharaja, please accept my blessings. I hope you are doing well along with Ansadatta, and shall be glad to hear from you the reports of your activities. I shall be glad to know if you want to stick in Calcutta only. If required, you may come to Bombay. We are very much serious to open a branch in Bombay very soon. Hope this will meet you in good health. Awaiting your early reply, your ever well wisher, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Jai. Thank you, Mataji. I think we can cover another tiny letter as well. This letter to Achyutananda Kirtanananda.
Yes, of course. My dear Achyutananda and Kirtananda Maharaj, please accept my blessings. I have not heard from either of you since my coming this side to Bombay, so I'm very anxious to know how you are making life members, how you are each making life members. I wrote one letter to PM Thakura to be delivered by one of our men personally. Whether it has been delivered, where is the big key for Vrindavan? Devananda Maharaja has also taken the smaller key from your box, but he did not find the large key. I have written one letter to Mr. Yaju, and he has just replied briefly. Please see him, and whether he is really serious. Please keep me informed how things are going on in Calcutta. Hope this will meet you in good health. Your ever well wisher, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Jai. Thank you, Mataji. Any takeaway points, Mataji, in these two letters?
Yes, Prabhuji. The letters were short. So in the letters, he wished to know. In the first letter, he wished to know if in this letter he only, there was nothing much, so he was asking Sagar Maharaja if he would like to stay in Calcutta only, and only if it is required that he can come to Bombay, otherwise it's fine that he can stay in Calcutta. And in Bombay as well, he informed that they will be opening a branch in Bombay as well. So only that much in the letter. And in this letter, he is asking about the whereabouts of how are things going on. And as he didn't hear from them, and and also he had sent the letter, but still he was not sure. He's looking for the keys to the temple, I think, and he's asking about the whereabouts about that. And he also wanted to know how they are making the life members for the temple, I think. And yes, Prabhuji, in this letter, just he just wanted to know about the whereabouts of how things are being carried out in Calcutta. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, Mataji, for kindly reading and summarizing.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. Okay, so this is from the Prabhupada's letters. So it is just admin kind of thing. And also to open the centers in the Bombay. Okay, and from the announcements point of view, today evening we have got Kirtan evening at 8 p.m. And the devotees kindly come, and if you have not prepared, still you can do the Harinam, Hare Krishna Mahamantra. That is most auspicious to hear from devotees when they are singing. Okay, so that is Kirtana Deva Krishnasya Mukti Sangaha Param Bhajet. So Kirtanaya Sada Harihi. So that is at 8 p.m. today. So please take part, dear devotees. That is from upcoming events perspective. And dear devotees, if you have got any other updates or you wanted to share anything on Krishna consciousness, kindly share. Hare Krishna. Okay, if there are no updates, then we shall conclude and continue with further japa. वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। अनंत कोटि वैष्णववृंद की जय। श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय।
Hare
हरे कृष्ण कॉन्शियस